All right, are we ready to get started? I'll be right back. Are we ready to get started on today's grant application? Yes, yes, yes. All right, let's get ready. So today we are doing the She's Connected grant application. All right. Let me open my notebook in case I have to take notes. All right. She's Connected grant application. And this is through AT&T. Now, every single live, we have our standard operating procedures. We are going to open up a Word document and we're going to save our answers and our the questions that they ask, so that if similar questions are asked of us in the future, we can have the answers that we kept before and go through applications in the future much easier. All right, cool. That's number one. Number two is we are going to read the actually, that's a good point. All right. We are going to read the qualifications or the requirements to apply for this grant, but we're not going to read them to disqualify ourselves. We're just going to read them because we want to understand what the grant awarders want to know. And we're going to make sure that we are aligned with them and that our responses are aligned with their mission, their vision, or whatever the case may be. All right. So with that being said, so it says, this is a grant that's being funded through AT&T. It says, take your business to the next level. Build your brand with She's Connected by AT&T. We want to highlight you as the next breakout talent of She's Connected by AT&T platform. Share your small business story below for the chance to win $20,000, a year of AT&T service with a new device, and more. Okay, so $20,000 and a year of AT&T service is what they are awarding. And then they're also awarding other things. I'm sure they'll outline those below. All right. So what else? Okay, they also have involvement in a feature episode of She's Connected. So this must be like some kind of media initiative that they're doing. And then they are also asking if you have a business that's 50 employees or less. That's how they're quantifying a small business. They're also asking, is your small business registered in the US? If you are at least 18 years or older. And they're also asking if you have reviewed all the contestant rules and regulations. Now, these rules and regulations can be extensive, all right? Like 3 to 4 pages long. So I would say you go through those at your own time, all right? I'm just going to give you the answers. But I would say if you want to read those, I would read those, all right? So there's 2 different parts of this application. One of them is just to apply, and then one of them is also nominate another entrepreneur. So you can, depending on what you're doing, you could probably even send this link to people that you know, an email list if you have one or something like that, asking people to nominate you, right? All right, so we're going to click on the apply part. So if anybody's ready to go, you let me know and we'll start the application. And this application is actually really short. So we're going to be out of here in no time today. All right. Anybody ready to start? How many likes do you want today? Oh, AJ, whatever y'all give me. It's a short application. We're not even going to be here for 30 minutes for real. So I'll take whatever y'all give me. I'm not even asking for nothing, but I appreciate you, sis. That's so kind. For real. That's so kind. All right. So let's get started. Google Doc open. All right, bet. So first thing we're going to talk about is the application information. So name, your name, you guys got that. Email address. Try to use the email, not try. Use the email address that's tied to your business, okay? So the email address that's tied to your website. Your name at, and then your website handle, all right? And your website handle should be your business name, okay? It's asking for your date of birth because you must be 18 or older to apply for this one. Phone number, put your business phone number, please. All right. Also, they're asking for your small business name. Now, use the small business name that you registered your business with. All right. So when you registered your business with the state that you registered in, that name. So if you're using a DBA or something else, unless you're specifically using it for like trying to get the grant for that, like how you present that business, like, or the DBA that you're doing it for, I wouldn't use that one. I would use the actual one that you registered the business with. All right. Type of business that you run. So are you a retail business, real estate? Are you in construction? They're asking you pretty much what industry you're in. All right. Or what market do you serve? All right. Second thing they're asking you is your business address. And this is important because they want to know if you are actually located in the United States. So put your business address. Website to your business is going to be here as well. And then also business social media handles. Now, my rule of thumb for social media handles is that you use LinkedIn. All right. That's not a hard and fast rule. The most important thing is that just doing, what is the topic? The topic is this grant. We're going through this grant application here. All right. So the most important thing though is that your social media business page is not melded in some way with your personal, like you don't post personal things on your business page. Like there's not really, no problem. So there's not really too many things that could be alarming to them because I don't care. But they do. They judge those things. They will look at your business page and see that you have interesting content, interesting opinions, interesting views on things, and even though they're funding you and this is your business, this is your life, you can do whatever you want with it. They are forming opinions about you because of what you post. All right. So with that being said, if your page is not clean, I would not put your social media page if it's not strictly a business page. And for the sake of perception, I would use LinkedIn because LinkedIn is just the nature of LinkedIn and what people post on LinkedIn is just perceived as more professional. So I would use LinkedIn if I'm going to post any social media page. All right. With that being said, personal social media handles, it's an option on there. You don't have to. Hey, you don't have to. So I would leave it off of it. All right. So the next thing is proof of small business registration or ownership. It does not clarify what you have to put here. So just to cover my basis, this is what I would put. I would put my articles of organization. I would put my SS4. My SS4 is the documentation that I received when I signed up for my EIN because I would have the business name on it, and that would have the business name that matches with the name that's on the articles of organization, right? If I was supposed to have any licenses in order to operate in a municipality or a certain space within the state or wherever I'm supposed to work, I would also attach that state. I would also attach that license as well. So all those things I would put to demonstrate my ownership of the company. They didn't clarify. Registration is the incorporation documents, but ownership could also be other things too. So I would put all three of those things together and compile them and put them in this uploaded section here. And there's literally 2 questions for this application. So we're going to be out of here in no time, unless you guys have questions. So the first question is, or the first part of this says, don't be shy. Tell us a bit about yourself, your small business. The second part says, please include the overall vision and mission of your business and the impact it makes on your community. How would 20K impact your business? How would you use this grant? 750 words max. 750 words is still a lot of words, okay? So when it's asking about yourself and your small business, they're not really asking about just you as a person. They don't really want to get to know you. I promise you that, all right? When they're talking about you, they want to know about you in relation to your business. They want to know, they really are trying to qualify why you are the person to run this business, operate this business, why you started it, and maybe even more so, what's your tie-in to all of this? Yes? So give them your title. Tell them a little bit about what you do in the company, and then tell them about what your company does. So when it says tell us a little bit about yourself and your small business, when we answer the question about your small business, though, we're not answering the question. We're not answering the question in regards to the products that you sell and or the services that you perform. We're talking about it from the sense of the problem that you solve and for whom. That's how we answer that question always. When someone says, what do? You answer it in regards to the problem that you're solving and who you're solving it for. All right? So, for example, a lot of people do not want a hammer. They want the nail in the wall, right? So that the solution is the nail in the wall, but I might sell tools. Does that make sense? Anybody, somebody. Okay, got you. So now it says, please include the overall vision and mission of your business. All right. I personally think vision and mission are kind of interchangeable, but if someone's going to argue that they're different, I think the vision is like the overarching, like long shot, want to see everything that you want to accomplish in your business. So like you guys want, for example, if you're a marketing company, you want to see every business, you want to see the option for every business to be able to access visibility. Because they're not just marketing. You're not just running Facebook ads. You're selling visibility, right? So your vision is that every business that starts a business is able to access visibility. So your mission, in turn, would be that you are creating products that help get to that end goal. So everything you do is designed to help a business do that. So I think they work in tandem. They're sisters. They're twin sisters. They're not the same person, but they share DNA, right? So the mission is kind of the steps that you take to get to the long-term, broad view of like the overall arching goal of what you hope to accomplish in your marketplace. So if you want every woman to feel beautiful, feel seen, and you do that through lashes, the mission is to create products that help do that, right? to find innovative solutions that allow women to be able to access their most highest realized beauty. I'm just making stuff up, y'all. Okay. But as far as the beauty part, all right? But the mission is the steps that you take to get to the highest vision, but they work in tandem. It's just really how you articulate it. Does that make sense? Now, the impact that it's going to have on your community is something that you can measure. So if you really want to take it a step further and you really want to stand good. So if you want to set yourself apart in the application process, what I would say is, if you really want to talk about how you can measure an impact, you have to do a little bit of market research. And this will require that you understand that when your product is applied, it doesn't matter what you sell. And I want to clarify again, it does not matter what you sell. Whenever a client experiences something, there is a net impact that happens with it, okay? You're either saving them time, money, effort. You're increasing their confidence. You're increasing their access. You're doing something for them that has an overall benefit other than the immediate benefit, all right? The immediate benefit is 1. The net is 2, all right? What is the impact is the 2 that we're talking about, okay? You can sell me a lash. The impact is that the immediate benefit to me is that I can apply them. I'm going to feel better about myself, right? But the confidence boost that I feel will have an impact as well. I'm able to appear as my best self. That may be able to have me be more confident when I'm negotiating. Me being more confident when I'm negotiating may get me a better position. That me being able to get a better position may make me more money. Me being able to get more money may mean that I'm stimulating the economy. And now I'm exaggerating on like the lash example, but there are products, there's something in your product, your service, or your offering that has a net impact that you have to find, and that requires market research, okay? That will have an impact on your community if you know where to look for it, or you know how to look for it. Now, this is how you're going to bring that whole thing around when you talk about your overall mission and vision, okay? Because that's going to also talk about the impact that you're going to have on your community, or that you can have on your community. Now, impact on your community could also be a function of how you're going to engage with your community. It doesn't even have to be just your business. It could be that, or selling a product. It could be that you have social initiatives. Okay? Are you going to strategically partner with women organizations? Are you going to only partner with local vendors and suppliers? That is how you can impact your community. You being more profitable could mean that you are donating to organizations that align with your business. There's so many different ways that you can spend this. Matter of fact, I have a list. Hold on a second. Your impact on the community could mean hiring people. If your doors are open, if you have a more brick and mortar location, that could mean that you have jobs, that you're creating jobs. That could be your impact. Where's my list? All right. Maybe support local suppliers and vendors, donate funds to community causes and organizations, donate goods and services to community causes or organizations, raise awareness for social mission, host volunteer days of service with employees, host community gatherings, offer remote work, provide public transit commuter benefits, reduce, reuse, recycle, compost, use sustainable products or packaging, make energy efficient upgrades, buy carbon offsets, others. Like literally, hey, Chabrene, how are you, babe? The community impacts are almost infinite, but you just got to align it with your business. I'm just saying things that kind of are catch-alls, but if you really do some market research and you look into like your business itself and what you offer, there's an offset there. There's something that you can kind of like look off to the side, see how your community engages with it, grab it, and apply it to your business. All right. All right. Now, how would the 20K impact your business? Other than the obvious, that we're going to get some money, right? This is another one where we're going to have to be able to measure. Because I'm just stopping by to say hi, show some love. I completed already, just showing. Oh, okay, good. Thank you. Okay, so she said, how would the 20K impact her? How would you use this grant? So almost everyone is going to ask you this question, okay? How would you use the money is going to be a function of a couple things. If you have a project or initiative that you're trying to fund, then you are going to use that part of those funds as the startup cost to making sure that you can move your project along. All right. So those are going to be your one-time startup costs. So things that you only have to pay for one time. The second set of costs are going to be your annual operating costs. So things that you have to pay for independent of whether you make money, you get a grant, no matter what, your utilities, your rent, all of those things. All right. Those are your operating costs. And then because they're annual, you're going to take the figure and multiply it by 12. So that's that. To really stand out in this application or applications in general, you want to talk about how you are going to justify those costs. Why having those costs or why spending that money is going to actually help your business. Okay. If I am a company that deals with sensitive data and having a encryption software is going to keep me from having data breaches, and having data breaches are expensive, I can justify that cost. Paying $5,200 for a software versus having to pay hundreds of $1,000s to in damages for a data breach, maybe even have my company going under, justified cost, right? I can justify that cost. That's one. Two, I would also talk about this is another thing about net impact. Let's say you have a CRM and you want to apply the CRM to your business. Having that CRM would improve your overall customer experience. So now maybe you are able to respond to your customers more quickly. You're able to onboard them easily. They have overall better feedback for you. You can maybe charge them more because there's less time between when you talk to them and when you deliver the product, whatever the case may be. How implementing something is going to improve the overall operations of your business. Maybe it's a process that you improve. Maybe it's a process that applying the money helps improve. Maybe it's an AI that you integrate. Maybe it's something that you automate. Whatever the money helps you do that streamlines a process for you, it's something that you integrate. It's something that you have to spend to improve something. Talk about the net impact of that. All right. Do we understand that? Okay, good. Now, last part. It says our brand value. So they're telling you what their brand values are, okay? Live true, think big, pursue excellence, be there, stand for equality, and make a difference. Please pick one or two of these values and describe how you and your business align with these values. 250 words maximum. It says pick one to two, but we're overachievers, so we're going to pick two, right? I don't know what your business is. So I can't tell you how your business is going to align with those values. It's really difficult to answer this question for you guys. But however you structure this answer, make sure that you're talking about how it pretty much paint the picture of how your consumer or your end user or whoever experiences this thing by being able to engage with your product or your service, right? Or maybe, like, for example, think big, right? Maybe this was, you know what? It could be you too. Let me take that back. It could be you too. Let's say, for example, you come from a family of non-entrepreneurs and you did not think that you would ever be an entrepreneur, or maybe even it seems like something that's still out of reach for you. So this is something that feels like it's something that's forcing you or stretching you to think big. That could be very much a function of this answer, this question. You could answer it that way, right? So either align it with something that you are experiencing, but always tie it back to your business, because they don't want to know about you for real. Okay? I know they ask you about y'all, but they don't want to know. They want to know about it in relationship to your business. So if you're going to answer one of these, tie it back to you and your experience as an entrepreneur, or tie it back to something that you experience with your or your end user experiences. So for example, make a difference. If you have, Chabernet is a perfect example. If Chabernet is still here, right? Chabernet has we already applied to this, but if you were applying again, right? Chabernet has a business that has a for-profit, but also a non-profit element to her business. So she could easily talk about making a difference, because her business is centered around helping women in domestic violence situations or trafficking situations. Don't quote me on that, because I feel like yesterday we just talked about this. I should know this. I feel like it's domestic violence. It is. I'm gonna confidently say that. I feel like that's what it was. Correct me if I'm wrong though. I feel like it was domestic violence, right? So her products, her services are interwoven. Her for-profit and nonprofit, either way, are interwoven together to make a difference, right? Her for-profit product has a net benefit of making a difference for her nonprofit. All right. So she could talk about how that her products, her service and her social initiative makes a difference. And if I was answering this question, I would, and Chabernet, I'm really waiting for you to correct me, because I want to use you as an example. Because I feel like I butchered that. Oh, you got it. Okay, so if I was answering this question, then I was Chabernet, I would say something along the lines of, our business aligns with the She's Connected values, the She Connected value of making a difference, and then talk about the making a difference alignment, right? Due to our products and services, both XYZ, and how she literally does that. So that would be one example of making a difference. If you stand for equality, for example, Sharita is in the DEI space, right? Now, DEI stands for diversity, equity, and inclusion, but she easily could finesse that answer and talk about equality, right? Easily could finesse that. So just think about your brand and where you are and what your vision and mission is, what your purpose is. And then how it kind of aligns with one of these 5 things. What is it? 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 things. Okay? But pick 2. Please pick 2. Don't be lazy. Pick 2. All right? And when I say don't be lazy, I'm not calling you lazy, but stand out. Really put some thought into it. It's easy to pick 1. Pick 2. Do the hard work. All right? That's what people don't want to do, the hard work. If you do the hard work, you will increase your chances. All right? Think big, pursue excellence, be there. Yeah. This is easy. And then submit. And then it's over. And look, 10:33 and we out of here. And we didn't even really start at 10:33. So this was really shorter than one of the shortest applications we've done. All right. So any questions before we go? Okay. So, I'm sorry you missed it, babe. If you want to catch the replay, there's an option in the six-figure grant winner community for you to catch replays, all right? Now, for those who were asking for it, only for those who were asking for it, I opened up some strategy sessions, success strategy sessions. The link is in my bio if you want them, all right? The demystifying government grants is still open. All right. For people who are looking for government, who are interested in getting an introduction to government grants. Yeah. The wait list for the six-figure funding formula training is also reopened for those of you guys who wanted that training opened again. Are there any grants for women working in the doula space or birth working space? Okay, great question. So I want to just set a precedent, and AJ, I'm not calling you out, babe. Great question, but I don't know. And I'm going to tell you why I don't know. So I don't know what grants are available. Even with the grant list that I share with you guys, I go through it to see what applications we can all do together, kind of like the ones that are like this, that are kind of a catch-all. But I'm never looking for specific grants like that, like any industry specific grants or anything like that. If you need to find grants that are that specific, I would literally Google it. I kid you not. So I would look for doula grants or birth working grants. My relationship with grants is, and I just want to clarify this so that anybody, because I get these questions a lot, so it's not even just you, okay? My relationship to grants is not knowing of the opportunities. My relationship to grants is setting people up to be able to win them, not knowing what's available. So even when I do look for them for my clients, it's really, we have like search tools that we use to scrape the internet with certain keywords that will find them based on their industries. But that's not the main feature. The main feature is, now that we have them, are you set up to even win them? Is the thing, right? So that's the most important point. Because you can find these opportunities all day. Even if I did know, it wouldn't mean anything if you're not positioned to win them, in my opinion. So there's that. So Charbonnet says, American Heart Association has one, but you have to position your statement strategically for it. There you go. Yeah. So Charbonnet, is that the same one that we did a couple weeks back? No problem, AJ. Okay, so AJ, you're in the group, right? Okay, let me do this. Okay, I'm going to find the opportunity and I'm going to send it to you. I'm going to DM it to you in the community, okay? So just look out for that message. It'll be under like activities or something. Like you'll see the message you'll see a notification where it is. So I'm going to look for it now so I can send it to you. So I'm new. Good morning. I want some grant money. Don't we all, girl? Don't we all? Okay. That's what we're here for. We're trying to get it. Okay. Let me see. Damn, that was so long ago. When did we do this one? All right. Also, one more thing. I'm so sorry. I almost forgot. Crazy. There's like 4 grant opportunities that are closing tomorrow. Like 4. 2 of them that we did I feel like this week, or like between this week and last week. So if you have been following along, just check the page, check Instagram and check the calendar to make sure of which one. I might, if I have time today, because there's a lot of calls today, I might be able to do a video about it. But if not, do your due diligence, please, and check those grant applications. All right, because there's a lot of them closing tomorrow. So take your time, go through your answers, make sure they're succinct. If you want, you are welcome to join us for Feedback Friday tomorrow to get your questions answered. But again, the questions are answered. I just opened some success strategy sessions in the link in my bio. If you want to get a success strategy session, but if not, then there is a form that you can fill out at the bottom of the links, all the way at the bottom. All right. Yeah. So, what is it? What was I telling y'all? Feedback Friday. So Feedback Friday, I'm going to stream it live, but the people who get their questions answered about how to answer their grant app questions are going to be in the community because they get the Zoom link. Okay. So these are all grants for small businesses, for-profit businesses. Okay. So if you are part of the community and you want to, so if you want to if you want to join the community, it is a free community as of right now. I'm still waiting to close it behind a paywall. I've been saying that for the longest time. I'm still waiting for this guy to get his life together, but it's closing soon. Okay. If you want to join, you are more than welcome to join Feedback Friday. It is going to be tomorrow. And you can come with your questions about your application. Like, should I format it this way? Should I say this way? This is how I want to answer it. And we'll work through your questions. Okay? Come prepared though. Don't come and ask me to help you fill out your application. If you have an application that's already filled out and you're not sure about what you want to answer, or you want to streamline your answer, that is the place to do that. But to get that answer is going to be inside of the community. All right. So if you go to the link in the bio, it's in the link in my bio. Okay. It says 6-figure grant winner community. When you click on that link, it's going to prompt you to download an app. If there's a break in it for whatever reason, there's like 3. I'll post the video again. I'm not gonna make y'all go through all that. I'll post the video again. But join the community to get your questions answered. And I also have the links to the applications that are closing. All right. Actually, I'll repost them in the community today so you guys can have them for tomorrow. That's what I'll do. All right. So Feedback Friday is tomorrow. Alrighty. And that's gonna be every Friday. So if we go through applications during the week, and then you have that's interesting. Let me do something. Where's my other phone? It's not here. All right. One second, y'all. I'm going to pull up something so I can show you how it looks. All right, so um all right, you know what? This is what I'm going to ask you guys to do, right? And it's one more step, and it's annoying, I know. But if you have a desktop or a laptop, it's so much easier to do it from a desktop or a laptop. Doing it from the phone is a little bit more arduous. Once you're in the community on your desktop or your once you from the community on your desktop or your laptop, it will send you an email. Open the email from your phone and it will prompt you to download it from your phone. Okay, so AJ says she found it. So I know it's one more step, and I hate the one more step. I don't like to create the one more step, but this is not my platform and I didn't build it. I'm just using it. If I find a better way to do this, I will. I've asked, but they said this is how it has to be done. So if you click the link in my bio from a desktop or a laptop, it will take you directly to there. All right. I'm sorry in advance, but if there's a better way, I will pass it along. But if you really want to, that's the best way to do it without having to figure out how to do it on the phone. But I'll make a video about it again today because I had to do this again, like walking through people how to do it, because the phone does present a challenge sometimes. Okay. But what was I gonna tell you guys? I forgot what I was gonna tell you guys. Totally forgot. Guess it wasn't important. Okay, so yeah, let's for those of you guys who joined the community, I'll see you guys a little bit later. I'm gonna post about this Feedback Friday. If you joined the community before noon today, you're in luck because we have an event. There's Akiva, who also goes by Key. She's gonna be hosting for us an introduction to the nonprofit grant space, like government grant space. So you'll be able to join that event if you join before 12. All right. So I'll see you there. I'm actually about to leave to see if I can do a couple things before I get ready for that event myself. So I'll see you guys a little bit later. If you have any questions, I think AJ had a question. I'm sorry if I missed it. No, it was the American Heart Association thing. So let me get that for you, and then I'll post about the opportunities that are ending tomorrow. All right. Talk to you later. See you guys. Bye.